For years, if you wanted to talk about India selling weapons to the world, there was really only one name that came up: BrahMos, the supersonic missile that put Indian defense manufacturing on the global map, with countries like the Philippines lining up to buy it. But right now, quietly, something else is being built in Noida that could change that conversation. It's not a missile, it's not even manned, it's a drone called KAL. And Gulf nations are already asking about it. So what exactly is this machine? Why it is drawing attention at a moment when the world is rethinking how wars are actually fought? And does India have what it takes to turn a drone into its next BrahMos level success story? Let's break it down. KAL is India's first indigenous long-range one-way attack drone. In plain terms, a Kamikaze drone. It's built by IG Defense, a private defense technology company headquartered in Noida, and it's designed to do one job: fly deep into enemy territory and strike a high-value target with precision, without a pilot, without coming back. The numbers behind it are striking. KAL can operate over a range of up to 1,000 kilometers, stay airborne for 7 to 8 hours, and carry 50-kilogram payload. That combination puts it firmly in the same category as some of the most talked about weapons of the last few years, drones like Iran's Shahed 136 and America's Lucas. IG Defense's founder has been direct about the thinking behind it. He believes the future of warfare will be shaped by autonomous, long-range precision strikes, not by expensive manned aircraft or exotic missile systems, but by machines that are affordable, reliable, and ready to deploy at scale. Here's the thing about drones like KAL. They didn't become important because they are the most powerful weapons on a battlefield. They became important because of economics. Recent conflicts, especially across West Asia, have shown how a relative cheap expendable drone can force a country to burn through expensive, sophisticated air defense missiles just to stop it. That imbalance, a low-cost attacker against a high-cost defender, has reshaped how militaries everywhere think about deterrence. Suddenly, a long-range strike drone isn't a side option. It's becoming a core part of modern arsenals. That's exactly the gap KAL is stepping into. Several Gulf nations have already shown interest in acquiring it for their own strategic and battlefield needs, though any deal would still need clearance from the Indian government and formal export approvals before it goes anywhere. And this fits into a much bigger picture. India's defense exports hit a record high in the last financial year, crossing 38,000 crore rupees sold to more than 80 countries. The government's target now is 50,000 crore rupees in annual defense exports by the end of the decade. Drones, precision-guided munitions, and homegrown electronic warfare systems are increasingly seen as the next wave driving that number up, not just single flagship weapons like BrahMos. This is where the real test begins. BrahMos didn't become a global success overnight. It took years of proven performance, government backing, and trust built with buyers nations before countries like the Philippines actually signed on. KAL is still at an earlier stage. It's ready for the international market, but it's not there yet. It's still waiting on government approvals and export clearances before any deal can be finalized. Interest from the Gulf is real, but interest isn't a contract. What works in KAL's favor is that it isn't appearing alone. IG Defense has built out a much wider portfolio alongside it: interceptor drones, first-person view, combat drones, counter-drones systems, swarm technology, and electronic warfare tools. That signals something bigger than one product. A private Indian company trying to build an entire unmanned warfare ecosystem, not just a single export item. So the question isn't real whether the world wants cheaper, smarter, long-range strike drones. Recent conflicts have already answered that. The real question is whether India can move fast enough, prove KAL in the field, and close the deals before some other country's drone fills that same gap first. Because the next chapter of India's defense story may not be written by a missile at all. It may be written by a machine that never comes back.